Podcast Live, where you get your favorite hot topics from a Christian perspective. Starring National Gospel Recording Artist, Pastor Ron Todd, the lovely Mel Phillips, everyone's favorite aunt, Penny Ellis, and the swag-tastic Josh Jad. This show is dedicated to our beloved C. Ashley Brown Lawrence.
Listen, wait a minute. Listen here. Auntie, you better come on through. You look so good.
Y'all know
Look
it's
at
my
you.
bedtime.
You looking like $1,000,000. Them lips is
Thank
popping.
you.
Okay.
Girl, no, I might have company tonight. Let's get this thing rolling.
Oh yes.
Okay.
We have an amazing guest panelist in today because Josh played us this weekend. So I told him, listen, we ain't got too many more guests for him, so we got a good guest tonight. And he'll be here in just a minute. But Mel, you look good too. This hair is
Thank
behaving.
you.
I'm looking good.
Thank you.
You out here.
Yes.
Wait, I might have company too. We got to wrap this up by 10:01.
Right, let's go.
Well, I'm telling y'all, we got an amazing show. I'm super, super, super excited. For some of you guys, you may be watching live on our normal day, or for some of you guys, it may be Thursday and you're watching us on Soul TV.
Hey,
What's happening? Yes, welcome to the Pew, where we talk about everything here on the Pew. Your favorite hot topics from a Christian perspective. Super excited to be here tonight, especially with these lovely ladies. And again, hang tight because we do have a special guest, but you guys are flooding in tonight, which is great. I see my sister, oh my gosh, is on time for service tonight. Look at there. She says, hey, Pew crew. Oh, wow. She get a pass. She lives in Vegas, so the time difference sometimes, we on Eastern Standard, so sometimes she still be working. Lady Mary says, good evening.
I'm headed there in a couple weeks.
All right, y'all gotta hook up. She says, good evening, Pew crew. All right, Lady Luann. Lucas says, hey, friends. Hey. She's got some love, showing us some love. I love that. We got a good show today, Lady Lou. Hang in here.
Okay.
Let's see. Ain't she just beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks. That's my girl.
There go my New York brother, Kevin Moore says, hey, Pew crew.
Hey, Kev.
Penny's back. Yes, she is back. She is here. She been saving lives.
Okay. Lives need to be saved.
Right. And running mine down.
Oh, Lord.
Restore, Lord, everything she give out.
Please.
Turn it to
In
a
the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Please.
Yes. Guys, I'm so excited. We have so many good things that we're going to be talking about today. And again, I'm excited about our guest panelists who will be coming really soon. And then we also have a special guest today, Akita Steen. She is the daughter of a Detroit legend who is Pastor Walter Allen Steen. And his daughter, Akita, has her own group now called Fire. And they'll actually be celebrating their first anniversary here soon. So she's going to come on, tell us all about that. And super excited about that too. So, I mean, tonight is going to be really, really good, guys. So if you haven't already, those of you guys who are chiming in, don't forget to say hey to us. But like we say every week, like and share. Please hit the like button, hit the share button. Let somebody know that we are on and we have such an amazing show for you guys. And we just want everybody to see it. So let's start. Ladies first. Auntie, what's been going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just trying to stay on the course, trying to make this journey every day, and just life.
That's it. I heard that.
Yep.
Mel, did you make it to the gym?
You know what? For y'all want to know a little bit of my business. Did not make it to the gym today. Instead of going to the gym, I went out on a date.
Oh,
Girl, that's worth
all
skipping the
right.
gym.
That's why you looking cute. Hey,
Yeah.
Pastor Greg.
So no gym today.
Okay, so you wait. Let's get into it. So no,
Right. I'm like,
right. You can't just drop it like that now. So
I
how
was
did you
gonna
guys?
move on.
Oop.
But go ahead. What was you about to ask?
Okay. How did y'all meet? I mean, was it a dating app? Was it a blind date? Did a friend hook
It
y'all up?
wasn't. We were both at an event, and I was sitting at the next table. And when I got up to leave, he stopped me and he complimented me on my boots, which I thought was really cute because they were some really cute boots that I liked.
oh, your boots. I thought you said your boobs. I was like, what?
No, my boots.
I said, okay,
Keep going.
all
Keep
right.
going.
So he asked me for a business card, and I'm like, I don't have a business card, but I do have a phone number. So that's how we met. I gave him my number, and we have been kind of texting and talking, but this was our first time sitting down and, sharing some space.
All right. That's
Okay.
awesome.
That's awesome.
And so, how was it? I mean,
It was nice. The conversation was good. It was nice. It was nice.
and
Okay,
think-
Kevin. I mean, that's all the details I have.
hey, Adrian.
Oh,
Right. Auntie, I see your face. You had the same face like, wait, right.
No, my boots. BOOTS.
it's all fine.
Come on, Saints. We're going to pull our heads out the toilet tonight. But no, that's awesome, Mel. I do think that dating can be challenging, especially when you're of a certain age. Because,
Yes.
you get to the point where nonsense. We're not playing no games. Tricks is for kids. Now, if you want to court me, it's the proper way to do that, and vice versa.
And you know what I've learned through, my recent dating journey, because I haven't been single for a very long time. Just to be a little more open. Not, we have to give people the same grace that we expect, especially as we get older. Everybody has been through life, through some hard things. So people tend to be a little jaded. So I'm like, this go round, I'm going to just be a little more open, a lot less judgmental, and I'm just going to extend grace. The same grace I want extended to me. So if anybody out there looking for some dating tips, let me know. I will share them with you.
Well, I think you just gave us a really great one, which is just to extend grace.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, how about this one for whoever, whether it's the male or the female? How about be yourself? Be yourself. Don't put on airs.
No.
Be who you are. I don't mean, be the ugly you, but I think a lot of times we put on this dating person. And it's like, don't give me dating person. Just be you. I mean, because I want to know the authentic you. I don't want to know the person that you're putting on, because guess what? It's going to come out at some point, and then, we've wasted time. So let's get to know each other as authentically as we possibly can.
I agree with that.
I mean, but would you agree? I think we all, kind of put on our good face, just like when you go on a job interview. You're not putting on airs, you're a professional, but that's not to say that every second of the day you're professional when you're in your office or when you're on your job or whatever the case may be. But that is who you are. You are a professional. So I just think that there's a way in which we can be ourselves without, being who we think people want us to be in the moment. Because again, when you become a certain age and you're in dating where you've been married before or you've been in long-term relationships, it's like, let's cut past the bull and let's just be who we are.
For real. Let's be for real.
Let's have a real conversation.
And I think to follow up with what you said, Ron, the more authentic you are, the more comfortable you are with yourself, the more authentic the other person is going to be, and the more comfortable, it meshes well. Be yourself. Who else you going to show up as?
Right.
Beyonce, she already taken. Just be
That's
you.
right.
Yeah.
Just be you. And then I think sometimes people are worried, well, like, what if he don't like me, or what if she don't like me, and may not. But
And they may
we
not.
should find that out right off rip instead of them liking someone or who they thought you were. You know, it's
Right.
just like if you don't have a whole lot of money, but let's say right now you tax rich, don't start nothing you can't continue. So don't take them on 5 days to Roof Chris, and then when your tax money ran out, every day is like, well, let's go to McDonald's. Well, no, because now you want to set the stage. No, I'm playing. But I'm just saying, don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Trying to impress
Be
them.
authentic. Yeah.
Be
Be
authentic.
authentic.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
sometimes don't request things that you cannot require. Like Tracy. Tracy can pay for Roof Chris.
Right.
Tracy can pay for anywhere she want to go, but if you get your check and your check ain't giving Ruth Chris, you got to be okay with going to the Applebee's or going to Red Lobster or the Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
I just don't think we should be putting those weird expectations on other people.
Right. To thine own self be true, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And I think that's just so important, too, because you'd be surprised. I think a lot of times, especially men, I think we feel like we have to put on these airs and be who we think we need to be for certain women. But I think you'd be surprised that a woman doesn't mind a hardworking man. You don't have to be rich, but if you work hard and you take care of your business, we good.
Like, you don't have to be rich, but you cannot be a liability. Not with Sister Mel. No.
Yeah. And that's
yes.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but that makes good sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not looking for a liability or another dependent.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do you add
trying to
value?
raise a man.
Right. You need to add value, not add.
And again, that needs to go both ways.
Oh,
that needs
yeah.
to, especially at my big
does.
age. You can't be needing your light bill paid. You don't need to focus on dating if you haven't mastered the light bill. You got to focus on finances.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Don't let the only thing you bring to the marriage or to the relationship is your debt.
Right. And them boots.
And come on. I know I'm a mess, but my boots is cute. Like what?
My boots are cute.
Them boots gonna be run over in a minute. What?
Yeah. So, and that's one thing that I found. Sometimes people are frustrated with dating. Sugar, you might not need to be dating. You might need to be in some therapy and working on yourself, and then try to go out and meet somebody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I think it's important that you understand if there is a period where you just need to heal. It's okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's so okay. If you went through a rocky divorce, if you went through a very amiable divorce, it doesn't matter what it is. If you need to heal from whatever relationship that caused you to feel a certain kind of way, where you have what I call like back of the head prejudices about the opposite sex due to your relationship, and you need to heal, take your time. Don't go into new relationships with old issues.
Right. Blaming somebody for something
we learn
that you don't even they didn't do.
But we don't go into the relationship thinking, oh, well, see, my last wife, she dogged me and she called me out my name. So now I have this guard up. No, then you're not ready, because every woman's not like that. But at the same time, you're not unaware to the fact that if you notice certain signs, that doesn't make you say, okay, hold on, I'm watching, because been there, done that. I'm not a fool either.
Right.
But I'm open-minded. I'm optimistic. Right.
And be open-minded to your own mistakes. And be open-minded, to yourself, that you're not perfect.
We're all flawed. We are all flawed. Yes.
Right.
That's good. Yep.
And I think another important factor, and I'm going to say especially for women, because I'm a woman, you got to be okay with being alone. If you're not okay in the season where it's just you and God and your goals, then, I mean, you don't always need that other person in your life. Sometimes you just got to be okay. It's just me and God. We got this thing and it's working. You got to be okay with being in a space where you're by yourself.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I remember there was a time.
Shortly. Yep.
You know what's so crazy? There was a time where I wouldn't even go to eat by myself. Like I didn't understand how to enjoy myself.
So, yep, yep.
So that's something. Like I thought, as a matter of fact, I remember there was a time where I would see people out to eat by themselves, and I would go sit with them. And
Really?
oh yeah, and I would say, "Hey, I just saw you sit by yourself. You know, how are you? I'm Ron, blah blah blah." And I would talk to them, and I would always get pretty good responses. Oh, thanks for sitting with me, or that was nice. Like, I have a way about myself, so people
You
feel
do.
comfortable generally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I had one person tell me, and she said, I really appreciate you coming over, and this was so friendly. She said, but I enjoy being by myself. And I said, huh? Like she said, oh yeah, I enjoy my own company. She said, and so yes, I have friends and I have people that I talk to. She says, but I also enjoy being by myself. So
You have to enjoy that alone time because you want somebody to come into your life, like you said, Ron, with added value. Nobody's coming into your life to make you whole because you're already a whole person. So you need
mm,
another whole person and you add value to each other's lives. You don't want somebody coming into your life because you feel like they need to fill a void. No, let God and your therapist fill all the voids that need to be filled. And then you go out into the world as a whole person. Not a
and you
perfect person, but not a broken person.
In person. Yep.
and
I
I'm
think
so
I'm
glad you
there
said
now.
that because I really felt like the show was broken and now we're whole because here's Bishop Greg Davis. We whole now.
We all
Hey
now.
ho. Right.
Such a ham. That's such a great
Right.
introduction, I guess.
Right. We done touched the hem. We've been made whole, honey.
And good evening, you all. I apologize for my tardiness.
No,
Got a
all
lot,
good.
got a lot going on. What's going on, y'all?
We actually, Sister Mel went on a date today, so she was telling us about her dating experience, and then we just got into talking about, dating and all that sort of thing.
Relationships and healing.
Being okay being single.
Yes.
Yeah, well, good evening.
Good evening.
Most people think that being single is a death sentence,
Right.
and it's not. Actually, it is. Hello, Mary Todd. Actually, it's a great season of your life to explore you and become whole so that you can bring 100%, not 50-50. It should be 100 of both parties. Enjoy your single life. Don't wait for nobody to flew you out. Flew yourself out. Don't wait for nobody to take you to dinner, do a table for one. That's what I teach
Said that.
singles. Be
Just talked about that. Wow.
yeah, you waiting on somebody to come. And see, a lot of times the right one, which is my mantra, the right one is at those places. Stella got her back by getting out there by herself. And
That's it.
so you got to learn how to get out. Instead of going on a boring date with somebody that you sitting there looking like, talking about, when is this going to be over with? Jesus Christ, here we go with these 100 questions again. And so it's not a death sentence to be single at all.
Absolutely.
I
Somebody
love
said
that.
you do bad by yourself. No, I don't believe in that. You do better by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you do bad by yourself, that means you need to get yourself together. But anyway, good evening.
That's good. That's good. That was a good way to.
I
to
come
seal
in
it.
ready. All right. I make up for my
I love
love.
it. I love it. So that's what's been going on with Mel. Real quick, Bishop, what you got going on? Tell us all the goodness.
Well, you mentioned about some Lady Steen, her single. I actually have a single coming out Friday with Black Smoke Records, Kerry Douglas label, who is Pastor Mike and James Fortune and Zaccardi. And it is old school, of course. But my son, y'all know him, Craig Mizell. He wrote a song. He wrote a song that's the title track. It's All Working. Bishop Paul Morton and Bishop Neil Robeson is on the track with me. And the EP, about 5-6 songs coming out on Friday. So that's kind of got me kind of all over the place, making sure it's promoted and all that. But yeah, that's all that's going on with me.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It is with everything else that I do. And of course, I do my relationship stuff and on live,
Mhm.
preaching and teaching and all that stuff. And yeah, you don't love God, I love God. What about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's awesome. And you have been blessing a lot of people. You have a lot of wisdom when it comes to dating. So I really appreciate the fact that you jumped
Right.
right in and kind of gave us some good nuggets. So that was powerful. Real quick, we got to do some announcements here. Of course, we got to shout out our angel, Miss C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, the late, great
Always.
C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, the first co-host that was casted to this show who went on to be with the Lord. It has been 8 months now, and that seems absolutely bananas. But we will not do a show without shouting her out. We continue to do the show in her honor. She lives on in her music, so let's make sure that we grab her latest single, which was I'm Depending on You. It is available on all digital outlets. And of course, we are waiting for her highly anticipated, wrong thing, highly anticipated new single. There it is, the Old School Medley, which will come out in July. But speaking of new singles, I am super excited because my sister is here. Y'all know that the Steens and the Tides, we are family. And tonight we have, we talked about the legend, Mr. Walter Allen Steen, who has been singing in Detroit for decades. Well, his daughter is making her mark, not just in the city of Detroit, but across the country. And I'm speaking of none other than Miss Akita Steen. Y'all give it up for her. What's up, Keita?
Can
How are you?
you hear me good?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Listen, I know it's been crazy. You're literally just getting out of rehearsal.
Yeah. You know I love you, brother. So anything, I'm going to do anything for you.
I sure appreciate it. Real quick, you have something special coming up, and I want you to tell us about it.
Yes. So I have a group. We're called the Key to Scene and Fire quartet group, female contemporary quartet group. And we have our first anniversary coming up this May, May 19th. At 4 p.m. It's going to be located at, it's going to be held at Christ Temple, Bishop Myatt, his church, located at 10628 Plymouth Road. And it's going to be at 4 p.m. The tickets are $20 in advance. If you want to pay in advance, you can cash app $ AS Fire 2022 and put your name in the memo, and your ticket will be at the door. Or you can pay in advance or pay when you get there. It's $25 at the door. VIP has been sold out.
Keita, I didn't get my VIP ticket, so you
Yours
just
is on the list.
praise God, and I'll cash you tonight. Glory to God.
I'll tell nobody.
Okay. Thank you. But yeah, I need the cash app. I'm going to do that tonight. Guys, we cannot miss this. This is huge. Keita, you guys have been doing an amazing job. I just saw them in Akron, Ohio, tearing it down.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I know it means a lot because you have some big shoes to fill. I mean, your dad is one of the greatest singers we
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Great.
Yes,
And I
yes,
know he's really proud of what you're doing.
absolutely. I'm so grateful for my father.
And now, Keita, real quick, I know you got to run because you got some other things going on, but you have an amazing single out called Breakthrough. Tell us
Yes.
who wrote that and when it came out and where we can get it.
Breakthrough was we released it January. So I was a guy, I was a solo artist before I started my group, my quartet group. We've literally been out. We started in 2022. So I had a single, my single Turn It Around. Do you remember Turn It Around?
Yes.
A breakthrough, I need a change. Show me your glory. So Jason JP Palmer, he wrote that song, Turn It Around. So when I started my group, I was listening to my songs off my EP, which is titled A Long Time Coming. Akita Sting Smith. You can find that on all digital platforms as well. I wanted to flip it and make it a quartet song. So I rearranged it and composed it, and it was produced by Twan Green. And I changed it and made it a little churchy groove with a good drive. I need a breakthrough. I need a change. But you can hear that at the anniversary if y'all come. But That is that's Breakthrough is titled. You can find it on all digital platforms as well: iTunes, Amazon, YouTube. We also have our YouTube page. You can find us Akita Steen and Fire Detroit on YouTube, and on Instagram and Facebook, Akita Steen and Fire.
Awesome. I appreciate you, sister. I love you so much. I'm excited for you. May 19th, all roads will lead to your first anniversary. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to let you get out of here because I know you got to go.
Is Bishop Greg, is he frozen? Is he frozen?
I'm not frozen. I know how to be quiet when the star comes in with glasses on at 10 o'clock at night.
Versace.
I feel like we're sitting at the concert again together.
I was gonna say this. I will never sit next to you and Ron Todd again.
I was on my best behavior, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You better have a VIP ticket for me too.
Well, I thank you, Bishop. I appreciate it.
I'm coming, so don't be.
We have Cobain doing the red carpet for the VIP.
Yeah,
awesome.
my son is replacing me now everywhere. He put me out of work.
And I'm also on his platform. When is it? May 18th.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Come to the studio. Good.
And everything that God is doing in his life. He's so much success is his way, coming his way. And he's been so successful with the Cobain Report. I'm so happy.
He has. You get a chance to come to the studio. That's good. I'm going to come that day.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ryan, you coming?
Yeah, if you invite me, I'll be there. I need to come through there anyway. I'm coming.
Yeah. So thank you so much, brother, for having me on your platform and promoting our anniversary, having me to come on to promote our anniversary. I'm super excited to see you on that day.
I will be there. Everybody, Akita Steen and Fire. This song is called Breakthrough. We'll be right back. That was Akita Steen and Fire with Breakthrough. Y'all don't forget, May 19th, we will all be over at the anniversary to celebrate with her and the group. All right, Mel, what time is it?
Time for hot topics.
Let's go. Ah! I hit the wrong music. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, time for hot topics. First of all, I want to congratulate Marette Brown Clark. She is #1 on the gospel airplay on the Billboard charts and the gospel airplay the media base charts. I'm so excited for her. I love Marette.
Love her.
She is so incredibly sweet, always the same every time I see her. So I'm really, really happy for her. And this album is such an amazing body of work. And I love the song I See Good. So shout out to Marette and congratulations for dominating the charts, ma'am. We are super happy and proud for her. Little sad news last week, of course, we lost O.J. Simpson. He died at 76 years old to his battle with cancer. Now, let me just say this. You know, it's amazing, and I've heard it more from church folks because, you know, we can be brutal. You know, someone made a comment. They said, well, he's killed everybody else, so I guess it was his time. How horrible is that? You know, this was still somebody's brother, somebody's father, you know, somebody's friend, someone's loved one. And so, since when was it okay for us to celebrate anybody dying? No matter what you think, if you feel like the glove did fit, whatever. Somebody, if you feel like it was his knife, listen. You know, if you feel like he was jealous in the cold, I don't know. Listen, the man has gone on, and again, we don't celebrate anybody's death. So to those who
He's
love
gone
OJ,
the last mile of the way.
Yep.
We just mean. We just mean.
We just mean.
And hateful.
We just mean. I don't understand it. I had to start reading the comments that when he died.
It was too much.
It was too much that people could say that, and they don't understand when they're speaking words back to themselves. This is somebody's fault next to, and then he was never proven guilty, no matter what you think.
Right.
He was never proven. You just mean.
You know, he lift weights, so his hands got too big for the glove. You know, all kind of just crazy stuff. Hey, Danielle, Pastor Greg said church folks a mess. Absolutely. Kevin says that's between him and God. Right. We don't. Since when was it okay for the saints to celebrate somebody dying?
We did some stuff
in that way.
We did some stuff that we ain't even went to court for. So don't.
Thank you for mercy and grace.
That's what I'm saying. And we as Christians are supposed to be the forgiven ones.
That's right.
And we're not. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. We're moving. Also in Hot Topics, I'm going to insert myself real quick. Cheap plug. Don't forget to grab my latest single, I Can Get a Prayer Through, available on all digital outlets. While you're at it, get my single before that, Safety 2.0 featuring Ernest Pew, available on all digital outlets. God bless you. All right. Also in the news, Miss Beyonce. Now, it's no secret that Miss Beyonce has released a Beyonce album that happens to have country music. Now, I got to pull up this report because there's a lot of controversy surrounding this country album, if you will. We're just going to call it that. Especially surrounding the Country Music Awards, things of that nature. There's a lot of fighting and politics. On the surface, the fight looks pretty simple. Country music is considered a conservative space, and Beyonce, particularly in her most recent album, Lemonade, and some of the other albums, she sings about the uses of imagery in regards to race, the Black Lives Matter movement, and police brutality, subjects that are seemingly outrageous with the country music family. So you have people that are literally posting, "Stay in your lane, Black girl. You have no business here. sing R&B, sing pop. You're out of your league. You're out of your lane. What is go? Since when was a genre a race or a color? Since when could we tell people what to sing? And then we're going to ban her from the Country Music Awards because she's made music about police brutality and Black Lives Matter movement. What do we say to these things? I mean,
you want to know what I say?
What you say, Bishop?
Put that down. Put that down. That's what I say.
You got the vinyl album.
That's what I say.
I don't know. Wait, I didn't even know you was gonna be talking about Beyonce today.
Look at Mel. Look at Mel.
Come on, man. Come on.
I got it out.
That's what I
I
say.
didn't even know we was gonna be talking about Beyonce.
No,
Get over yourself.
The guy from the Dukes of Hazzard, who also did one of Tyler Perry's shows, he said she's like a barking dog under every tree, urinating under every tree. I said, but you made that black money off of Tyler Perry, the haves and have-nots.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come on.
the daddy. Y'all remember
Oh,
that?
he's the one that said that.
Yes.
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 Oh my gosh.
Yeah, have and have not. You made that black money though. You came
that's
over here
tough.
to us to make black money, but she can't. Man, please.
Oh wow.
And I agree with Kevin Moore. There have been Black country singers long before Beyonce.
Mhm.
But what she's doing by opening up this genre, because they can't stop Beyonce. She's at a place where she can go wherever she want to go. Those artists are seeing their records get more recognition and more spins. She's helping them make money as well, because people like me who've never been in the country music are like, okay, well, let me see what else is out there. So
That's right.
she's in a position where she can open up this lane wide enough for any other person of color who wants to come after her. And
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, Mel, but I was going to say, I also think that they're intimidated because now she's dominating their genre. She does a country album. Now she's the first Black woman to ever be #1 on the country music charts. And it's like, who is this Black girl to think she can come to our genre and dominate?
Right.
And that goes back to my question. Since when was a genre attached to a race?
Right.
I mean, white people have always claimed the country music, the Grand Ole Opry. That's always been their thing until Beyonce said, okay, I'm taking over. I'm about to snatch up everything. Don't even invite me to the award. She doesn't even need an award at this point. She has the fans and she has the money. She do what she want to do.
Well, y'all ain't gonna go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
They didn't have a problem with Taylor Swift. Switched over to pop music. Now she's trying to take over the NFL. I got nothing for her.
But I'm gonna say this, and y'all, I know you probably never gonna have me back. But I don't think it's no different than Kanye when he came over to gospel and all y'all.
Exactly. And all y'all went down to Shane Park. They singing this choir.
No, that's right. Don't even go to church, but you was at Shane.
But
they in the choir, Auntie Penny.
but there was, I don't know if you saw it, Ron Todd, but the gospel artists, big gospel artists, were doing the same thing. He taking up our #1. He #1 in all the categories. People can go where they want with their money and do what they want. The consumer makes a decision. And guess what? A lot of them artists, and I ain't gonna name them, I'll text them to you, Ron. They stepped up their game. All right, They stepped up their game, start doing all these choirs together. Everybody was back into the choir and traveling and bringing voices together again. I don't have a problem with nobody stepping over in whatever they feel like they can do.
And it's enough for everybody. We shouldn't be operating in a sense of scarcity. It's enough out here for everybody.
It's funny because that goes back to when Destiny's Child opened up the Stellar Awards. I remember the gospel artists were livid. They were livid that they were at their award show. They were upset because Beyonce had a level of security with her. And they're like, who does she think she is coming to our award show? And I'm like, what's wrong with these folks? So I think it goes to what Pastor Greg is saying, plain old jealousy. Yep, and we're seeing it on so many fronts. We got to move though. We have another story that's a little more on a serious note here. We don't own the rights to this video, but please take a look. This matter is very serious.
To charge it, and that's when she discovered what was going on between her 10-year-old and a worker here at this daycare, the Youth Life Center, that had more than crossed the line, and she's uncovered that relationship that had been brewing for likely weeks.
They hugged for a lengthy period of time.
Grace Shawelu thought something was off with a newer worker here at Youth Life Center on Valley Hill Road, but when she plugged in her son's phone,
Her face was his screensaver on the phone, and it was a picture that she had taken of herself.
and she started digging.
I went through his text messages because that was the first thing that I thought. And her name was saved in his phone as Mommy. And it's a bunch of I love yous and what are you wearing?
She shared pictures of much of the concerning conversation between her son and the 24-year-old worker, and pictures like this one.
That's not a picture that you send to a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send to your man.
She said the worker bought her son clothes, shoes, and even a gold chain. And Grace said when investigators came to her apartment, a Department of Family and Children's Services worker got her 10-year-old to reveal more.
He did say that this incident where she was rubbing his leg happened on the way back from the field trip.
We aren't using the worker's name or face because she is yet to be charged, and that's why Grace is outraged.
Had it been a situation where it was a little girl and a grown man, they would have locked him up on the spot with no questions until he was proven innocent.
What do we think?
No, I'm gonna have my prison ministry from the other side of the jail because I'm a killer.
Absolutely.
No. I mean,
Absolutely.
but the reality of it is, spirits are real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And people have. I mean, I see it every day at work. Right? There's so much untouched psychiatric problems with people.
Yeah.
It's so untouched. And it's every day. I mean, every day at work, I'm in a battle with somebody because of psychiatric issues that are just untouched. It's crazy. And this is just another example. I mean, what does a grown woman want? What can a 10-year-old boy do for you? Y'all got to help me with that. What can a 10-year-old boy do for you?
Absolutely nothing. It's a mental issue. And my concern for the child is children are so impressionable. That's why the enemy is always trying to attack our children. We have to be watching and praying and watching and praying. How is this going to affect him having relationships as he gets older? Like, this was just so inappropriate. And for the police to take their time in stepping in, like, put the handcuffs on her.
Well, I think it goes to the mother's point because, it's always been taboo for a lady to violate a young man or a lady to violate. Remember, we showed the video last week of the rapper, The Baby, who was being fondled by a fan. And he said, she just sexually assaulted me. And some people may say, oh man, get over it. The lady was just, getting a little feel on. No, it's not okay. It's not okay for you to just take liberties.
It's not okay.
I think this has a lot to do with psychiatric help that's needed. Who can even think of it? I mean, like a 10-year-old and you 24?
That's sick.
I mean, that's a child. It's not even 12. I mean, and the child, you're right, is going to be messed up for life because think that this is natural. And so it's sickening. I can't even imagine a 10-year-old.
No. And I applaud the mom. I think she's handling herself with great integrity.
Baby.
Because had it been my kid, I think I might have been a little more, and I think too, I don't remember whose point this was. I think we just have to be very cognizant of how we handle these type of situations. Because there are some fathers who may be like, man, that's all right. She was just, showing you something, we're not going to pursue it. No. There's a way that this goes, and that ain't it. Because then that could make him think that it's okay for him to touch women a certain kind of way, and that's okay because that was swept under the rug. So we just gotta This
Right.
I don't know. It's not good.
And to
And protect
piggyback
our
on
children.
something that you said, Ron, I think that not so young as Tim, but older women dealing with younger men while their age is inappropriate, like they may be in their early 20s and the young child may be in their teens. That's inappropriate behavior. It wouldn't be acceptable if it was a man in his 20s dating a 16-year-old boy, but sometimes these things are going on.
Right.
And we just don't talk about them. And now we have these young men that are out in the world, with all this relationship damage and trauma that they don't even know how to process.
Right. Yeah. I think we got to continue these conversations and definitely pray for our young people. Because,
Our young Black men have enough to contend with.
Yeah.
They deal with racial biases everywhere, even in healthcare. I watch how they don't even take them seriously in our EDs when they come in, in our emergency departments. They have enough to contend with, but this mental health crisis, it's real. And that's a prime example.
Absolutely.
She ain't in the streets acting a fool, but she acting a fool.
Yes, it's sad. That was really sad.
Now this was not a part of the script, but I'm just going to throw this out here because now a lot of people think that when it comes to mental health, and when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about religious folks, they think appropriate. They look at you like you, Penny Ellis. If my son is dealing with a mental thing, you need to call Bishop Charles H. Ellis III and tell him we need a meeting. Or do you say, no, we're going to get him to a psychologist, or we're going to get him professional help? Because again, the old saints thought that no, you don't go see a psychologist, you don't see a counselor, you go see Bishop, you go see pastor. So what do you say to that, Auntie?
I mean, that was somewhat their level of intelligence was that then, right? Because we didn't have the help and the therapists and the training that we have now.
Right.
I tell everybody, even for myself, I've been in therapy and Jesus is a wonderful combination.
Right.
Yes.
And I don't think there's anything
therapy
wrong with
and Jesus.
Therapy and Jesus.
And
Absolutely.
Therapy, because there are some things that you have to be delivered from that has nothing, and that's a whole spiritual plane. And then there are some things that you actually need to work through, and you need the tools that work through. You need those mindful behaviors, mindful activities to help you get there, right? Together, it's a perfect storm together.
And I want to add one more layer to it that people miss. Jesus, therapy, diet, and exercise. Taking a walk sometimes will just improve your mental health. Making sure you eating the right foods, making sure you getting enough sleep. It's more to it. Yes, absolutely. Pray, but then you have to do the work as well.
And I think it goes to what Bishop Davis said in the very beginning. We were talking about singles, but Bishop said spending that time with yourself.
Yes.
Right. And that you have to give yourself that quality time. You got to give yourself that mental space, right, to heal. And that's even if you're single. That's if you're married. That's if from your kids. You have to give yourself that time to be with yourself.
Right.
All that part is a part of healing. And it's just part of being a mindful activity and being aware of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't like me, can't nobody else like me.
Right.
That's true.
If I don't know what's wrong with me, I can't be receptive when somebody tells me what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Or they have a problem with something I do, because I already know, I really struggle in that department. I know. My kids have told me I am Pop-Off Penny.
Pop-Off Penny.
I am Pop-Off Penny. You know what I'm saying? My kids told me. So I'm trying to do better in that, because that's not how I wanted them to see me. But that's how they describe me. And I was like, we got a problem.
But I think in the church we've evolved and we understand that now. I don't know who said in the comments about it's a different day and time, because I think there was a time where when people were dealing with issues, whether it be mental health, if we were calling it that, they could have just been acting out. The first thing they would do was, I'm a call pastor. You know, if you had issues with your marriage, it was no such thing as marriage counselors, people who had degrees and went to school to be able to dissect your issue. You went to pastor.
Right.
And I think
But we
pastor
also
can
have,
help you
but
on a
we also
spiritual
had,
level,
but we also had a better reverence for back then. These people
yeah,
now, they don't fear nobody, and they don't have no
no.
reverence and no respect for nobody.
Well,
It's
Wow.
different.
I think though that some pastors also, I'm gonna speak from this standpoint, have to just admit that's not their lane.
mhm.
Okay.
And
Okay.
some pastors also have to, back in the day, the pastor was the counselor, was everything. And it was just taking a stab at it. Nowadays, it's a lot different. You need somebody on, if you can't afford somebody on staff, then you need to be able to refer them to somebody and just say, I can't do it. And a lot of, I ain't gonna go there, never mind. Some of us struggling ourselves while we on the other side, but that's another topic for another time.
No, that's so true. But
Yeah.
I can remember years ago as a very small child hearing about how Auntie Penny, your dad was everything to everybody. Literally, he did thing for everybody. Whereas now, like you said, people don't reverence the man of God like that. But we have learned that there are some things that are just out of our realm of expertise. And when it comes to mental health, I think that's it. That's it. All right, we got to move, y'all. Real quick, you guys know I'm a huge A Different World fan. I grew up watching A Different World. I thought I was going to Hillman College, and they've been doing something big. I did. I thought Hillman was a real school, and I was going, and Whitley Gilbert was going to be my girlfriend. I was going to get me some flip-up glasses, and that was going to be the whole thing. Of course, the cast who are now in their late 50s and 60s. They are on a Black college tour. Yes, they are. Jasmine Guy just turned 62. They are on, yes. Yeah, they look amazing, though. They're on a Black college tour, and they just took a trip to the White House. Let's take a look.
I know my parents loved me. Stand behind me, come what may. I know now that I'm ready, yeah. For I finally heard him say, it's a different world. Ooh, than where you come from. The city is now, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Even hearing that theme song, take
Living in a different world.
Whether you graduated from Hillman
or went to the real HU. Student loan debt is a burden for far too many people these days, and we're doing something about it. To learn more, visit studentaid.gov. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love the fact that they're using their star power to promote something so important, not just HBCU, student loans, and just promoting education. I think it's absolutely amazing, and it was worth talking about today. Good to see them. Good to see them together. Especially Colonel Taylor. Did you see Colonel? He hanging in there.
He hanging on in there.
He got to be 100 years old now.
I hate the Republicans, though, of trying to fight the administration from wiping out that student debt. I mean, they just don't want, to me, it's not about who gets the credit. Just get the job done.
Just get the job done. Yep.
Job done. And I mean, even the Supreme Court, tried to knock it down, but Biden is finding a way to
get around it.
With his pen. So hats off to them.
Can I say one little thing about the Republicans since they should open the door? I just don't understand how people vote against their own best interest. I just don't understand it. I just feel
lack of education.
Don't understand why
we're not going to vote.
That helps you.
We're just not going to vote.
They feel we're
Right.
not to vote, so we don't have no voice. That's why it's
Mhm.
important to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Have a voice.
Sure is.
Yeah, because they take us for granted. And you know what the funny part about it is? It ain't just black folk that got student loans, it's their own constituents, it's white folk.
Oh yeah.
White folk got
Yeah.
student loans up the zoo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we got 3 more minutes, so we have time for one question tonight. Let's see what we got.
I got 10 minutes. I was late. No, I'm
Now I got a question, y'all. Because one of my real good girlfriends. Now me and this girl, we been friends since we was kids singing in the young people choir. That girl was always so jealous because I did all the solos. But anyways, I got a promotion on my job, y'all. Yes. More zeros. Come on, y'all. Because you know I already at 6 figures. But, honey, they are added some more zeros, okay? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, baby. But anyways, so my girlfriend, Shalonda, she told me she wanted to take me out to a nice dinner. And so I said, okay, that's nice. And she said, well, girl, I want to take you somewhere nice, somewhere exquisite. I said, well, girl, you know, I always frequent the Ruth Chris. And she said, oh, okay. I know you like steak, but I thought maybe you wanted to do like the Outback. And I said, girl, you said somewhere real nice. And she's like, well, that's fair. Well, my sweet babies, listen, I was already nervous because now, one thing I know about this girl, she always sending food back and trying to get something for free. But I'm like, come on, this is real sweet. She want to celebrate me. So anyway, we get there and I order my steak and then she orders her a steak, a prime rib. And baby, when that prime rib came out, you could see how juicy and good it was looking. I'm telling y'all, I know good quality meat, okay? And that steak looked real good, real juicy. Everything was good. Do you know this girl sat up and ate half of the prime rib and then gonna ask them if she could she told them that it was nasty, she didn't like it. I mean, ate all the mashed potatoes, all the asparagus, all half of the prime rib, and said she wanted to send it back. So they said, no problem. You know, at Brewkers, they have class. So they said, no problem. But what else can we get for you? And she was like, no, I don't want anything else. They're like, well, ma'am, we would like to make it right. She like, no, I don't want anything. And so when the bill came out, she said, wait a minute. Why are y'all charging me for the prime rib? They said, well, ma'am, it was obvious that you had ate most of it, but we were still going to give you, you know, a different steak or, you know, something like that. And she like, no, I want it free. And this girl made a big scene.
Uh-oh.
So long story short, I whipped out my black card, my American Express, and I told the waitress, I said, girl, slide this card, okay? And I just paid for my own dinner and her little dinner. But I told that girl, she can't ask me to boil a hot dog and put it on a brioche bun, because I'm done with her. But y'all let me know, am I wrong? Am I being too hard on her or what?
Okay, such a long story to get to that question. No, you're not, Tracy. I'm on your side this time. I'm on Tracy's side, but the issue is you said at the beginning of the story that she's known for sending things back. So you already knew what kind of person you were dealing with, yet you chose to go out to dinner with her anyway because you were being celebrated. And then you ended up having to pay for it again. So I don't know, Tracy, it may be your fault. Because again, you knew the company that you were keeping. And she asked you to go to the Outback and then you insisted on Ruth Chris. You know she ain't had no Ruth Chris money. So my issue with you is what kind of company are you keeping? You got all this money, 0, 0, 0, but yet you're rubbing shoulders with, folks who have a limited mindset. So I think, a lot of times we have to think of different perspectives. Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, Tracy, I got to put it back on you because you already said from the beginning that you knew what you were dealing with her. Maybe you should have went to the Outback and maybe she would have ate half the steak, enjoyed it, and paid for yours too.
There you go.
Yeah, Tracy, you right this time. Don't go with me if you got to call the manager. I don't like that. Don't go with me. But Tracy, you were right, and I'm glad that instead of allowing it to be a spectacle, that you went on and paid for everything. Just send your friend a Cash App request. Get your money back and be done with it.
She ain't got no money on that Cash App. All she gonna do is deny the request.
You gonna have to pay me, because don't invite me out somewhere and show out on me.
Listen,
and just like Tracy didn't want to go to Outback, if we real good girlfriends, girl, I don't have no Ruth's Chris money. Do you want Outback or do you not want to go?
Okay, I'm like this. Forget all that, Tracy. Girl, is your job hiring? They can find me on LinkedIn and Indeed.
Right, I want 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2.
Honey, because Uncle Henry ain't giving us that. I need that, girl.
Not Uncle Henry.
Uncle Henry,
they're doing it.
I agree with Tracy, but I also agree with you, Ron. I think when you know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you know who you're dealing with, then so it's shenanigans for me, for real, on both sides. You just don't keep on getting bit by the same type person. So
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Greg, opportunist.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that is our show for tonight. Special thanks to Bishop Greg Davis for hanging out with us.
Only for you. Only for you.
I sure appreciate you. And
we know your time is valuable.
Very. We appreciate you. This was fun, though.
It was
fun. Bring me back. I enjoy it.
I will for sure. And shout out to those of you guys who are watching us on Soul TV. We sure appreciate you guys. Make sure, if you haven't already, that you download Soul TV. If you have Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, or Apple TV, watch us on your television, and you can enjoy us even more. Also, don't forget, Detroit, I am going to be over at 4330 West Davidson at the 34th ministry anniversary, honoring Pastor Reginald Hill. He was with us last week. He's also going to be honoring his mother, the late Tessie Hill. The theme of his anniversary is "He keeps doing great things for me." So let's make sure, if you can, and will meet me over there. And of course, if you're always looking for something to worship at, I think I'm a halfway decent pastor for the last 12 years. Y'all come to my church, 2261 Marquette Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48208, 10 a.m. every Sunday morning. Come to Kingdom Dwellers Ministries, where we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And speaking of love, we love you for free, and we'll talk to you next week. Where? Right here on the Pew. See y'all.
Bye.